Nico, make that bang.
Monique out here doing her best Cat Williams impression. Taylor Swift out here showing Beyonce that she the real muchacha sucia. See, mama, I did pass Spanish, man, but while you at it, hit that subscribe button. Matter of fact, hit that notification bell. While you at it, hit that like button. Cause we about to spill a tea, man. You already know what's going on. That Drake D-Pick leak, man. It's massive. Elon Musk, we see why you going to space. But hey, man, it's your boy Jesse J, Feel It Supreme 305 with my co-host
Chico Grande Chico 2 times, aka Shooter McGavin, baby. But welcome to the show. We're here to cause some drama, talk like llamas, maybe talk to your mama. Ooh. And not to dance like that.
Hey man, listen here, man. I'm trying to eat Papa John's on your baby mama couch, like Kanye West said. We going fully crazy out here, man. We real superheroes, like Kanye West say. Think about it. But hey, man, you already know what episode number this is. It's episode 143. Hey, man.
Like Carmelo Anthony back in the day. 3 to your head tops.
Hey, man, you already know, man. We bringing y'all all the facts and some opinion, too, so you already know. If you want to know the business, stay here. We gonna let
some
you know
facts,
what it is.
Some opinions, but mostly hate.
Well, I'm telling facts. He giving the hate.
I'm also still in the running for Player Hater of the Year. So make sure you get your hate up and keep your hate up down in the comments section below. If you're new to this channel, we do a podcast every week. We talk crap about everyone you like and hope that you like what we say.
Exactly.
And if you don't like what we say, put it down in the comments below.
Because we're going to delete it.
No.
If it's
we're going to fire back.
Yeah, I'm going to fire back. Hey, man, one person tried me on here and said, man, boy, I almost lost a gasket, man. You lucky I had my twisted tea.
They used to call him Walk 'em Down, Jesse J, back in Wade County.
Hey, man, shh. Don't tell him nothing. But, man, thank y'all for watching, man. You already know we got the tea. You know we got all the drama. And happy Black History Month, man. We got to say it to you every...
this week. 2 thumbs up. Put more. Put thumbs up. Put the fist up. Put the fist up in the comments down below.
You can't put the fist up.
Why can't I put the fist up?
You don't meet the requirements.
I'm Mexican. I also had pain and struggle and strife. And this was also my land, too. It was Mexico before it was the United States.
I can't stand.
They stole our country.
First Taylor Swift, now you. Who can you trust in this community?
I'm just trying to get the Kelsey, you know. Just trying to look good in these streets. You know, it's the new haircut that just came out.
You heard about it?
The Kelsey.
Hey, the Kelsey. It's a fake. Hey, we ain't talking about that. Hey, we gonna get to it, man. Hey, you ready?
I'm ready to start the show.
I'm ready to talk something massive, something big, something that took over the internet.
You ready to talk or take? I didn't hear you.
If the gold out here serving it, I'm going to listen to it and take it, man. Listen here.
Take it in your mouth.
The gold been giving you bangers after bangers after bangers. He been letting you know he been breaking girls' feelings. Now he letting us know he been breaking girls' cervix. Now, I mean, he's already been my goat, but
this
now
is Canadian Stallion.
He's on Hove level right now.
He's going to take his rocket ship to the sky.
Pause. But if you didn't know, man, over the week, somebody allegedly leaked Drake's D-Pick. Now, I mean, I didn't look for it. Finally, I ain't do all my...
I don't know why he's lying. Literally, I didn't even know about it until my co-host texted me like 27 times. And he's like, it's here. It's early Christmas.
Hey, I mean, listen here. I'm gonna tell you, listen here. The one thing I'm gonna always do is I'm gonna always stay on the news. So even when I'm on the John, I'm on the news. So I shared my co-host, TP. Something happened to TP. This happened to TP, but then I seen what happened to Big D. And I had to send it to my co-host.
Disrespect.
But hey, man, I saw it. My co-host ain't see it. Aiden Ross saw it. He told 21 Savage. And Adam 22 talked about it too. But we're going to show you the video. We're going to come back and let you know how big it was.
Yo, I wanted to ask you, have you been on the internet the past couple of days?
No, not really. What happened?
Did you see Drake was trending for something?
Where?
Oh, I ain't see what it was, but I seen some shit on the shade.
Yeah,
capping.
So Drake got damn, I'm gonna be the one to break the news to you. All right.
Not as the boy.
Pretty much, a video of Drake got leaked of him stroking his dick.
Bro, did you really just fucking comment, bro? Get the fuck out.
This is when you block his number. You got to block Ed and Ross' number.
I was traveling all day. Finally made it back to the hotel room. I talked to Drake, and I have to issue an apology to Aiden Ross because I accused him of biting, swagger jacking, whatever you might call it. In hip hop, that's a big no-no. And the reality is that the missile description, yes, I was the first person to say it, but Drake's dick resembles a missile to such an extreme degree that I think it's fair that Aiden says it as well. You know, a lot of the great hip-hop artists of all time have used the same bars as each other, comedy, tons of joke overlap, stuff like that. So I do want to apologize to Aiden, and I do just want to, once again, just salute Drake for that missile cock. And hope we see a lot more of it. Hope there's more leaks.
What are you trying to do?
Man, listen here, man. Why salute to the flag?
We are 6 minutes.
Listen here, man. Why salute to this flagpole when you can salute to the GOAT in other ways? Why ask Elon Musk for the $1 million rocket when you can ride on the GOAT?
I didn't know you were sliding down that flagpole.
Listen here, man. I always support my artists all the time. Financially
It's like
and
LeBron
non-fin.
said, I bet it stank, don't it?
You've been trying to say that for the longest. The fact that you put back to what I was saying. So allegedly what's going on is Adam 22 has already talked about this like a couple months ago on one of his podcasts with Brick Baby. And he was like, yeah, this girl told me how she has this picture of Drake and this is Drake showing his ping pong, and she showed it to him and he didn't believe it. So she went to her inbox and Instagram and showed her like 37 other pictures of Drake showing his ding dong. He's like, oh, it is Drake.
He was like, I need those.
So, now the stories come out, and surprisingly, like, this is big news. So much as like over 400,000 people is averaging watching this Drake thing, and it was just crazy. And I'm mad you look it up. You supposed to be. I thought we was going in on the news, co-host.
I'm not going in on that news. You can go in on that news solo.
I thought we was a team. Shaq and
We're
Kobe.
not tag teaming that.
Holy shit. Jimmy Uso and Jay Uso.
No comment.
Penny and. I was gonna call you Dwight, but we ain't. Yeah. All right, then we can talk about.
You keep on making it worse. I'm trying to let it go.
Let it go. Nah, but.
And did you AI make this picture of Drake? Because it looks like it's a bunch of Drake followers.
I mean, it's either that or Poetic Flacco. One of the two. But
Poetic Flacco's your number 2 besides Drake?
Pause. What, I didn't say any of that.
What did you just say? Why did you bring up Poetic's name?
You said who made that AI picture?
Oh, who made it? I was saying who else was like, were you into?
Who else? Whoa, pause. First off,
and I was like,
Drake, Leonardo. I got a top 5. You ain't got a top 5? Drake, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Diddy.
Nah, whoa. I am not that type of girl. Calm down. I ain't no $40 on the dresser type of. See, you're playing with my name. We ain't doing that.
They're playing with more than your name. That's ridiculous. You're playing way more than that.
Nah.
I don't know I ain't even popped open my drink yet, and this is how my co-host is talking. So it ain't the drinks.
Listen, I ain't.
Wait, you already popped yours open?
Nah, yes.
You've already been popped.
Pause. None of that. But I mean, this is a crazy story. Comment down below. Let us know how you feel about this Drake leak. Was it massive? What was he doing? I heard it was that elephant truck.
Put it in the comments below. What do you rate it 1 through 10? It's crazy. I'm like, I wonder this podcast.
You want to know how?
No, I'm wondering how this podcast is gonna do now because you made the first topic Drake Schlong, and you have Adam 22 just going crazy on video.
I mean, when it's on your mind, you gotta speak it. I'm on my Monique stuff, like my dog Jay-Z said. When I get nervous, I tell the truth.
You ain't Cat Williams. But hopefully if this episode doesn't do great, the clips will. So check us out on TFTC Clips, where if you don't have the time to watch a whole podcast, you can watch us clipped out on TFTC Clips and get your favorite topics in bite-sized form.
And also I have a timestamp at the bottom every episode. Make sure y'all check that out. Hey, but moving on here, enough about Drake and his long slong. We gonna talk about what's really going on in these streets, man. Monique said she entering in her twin flame, and she entering in her twin flame, and she bringing in her Cat Williams.
Yeah, I was surprised that she went on the on Club Shay Shay.
Me too.
I mean, I know it's been like a comedian thing, but now is that like going to be Comedian Central?
Honestly, that's
because like they're all talking trash about each other now.
True, because at the same, when they first started coming out, he was doing like athletes and he brings some musicians on there. But now it's like comedian. I done seen we just seen not Corey Holcomb. We just seen Country Wayne. He was on it. Usher did one. Cat Williams, her. I mean,
well, what's the Body Wash dude?
Dean Cole.
Yeah, he was just on there. And he's a comedian.
No, he was on the Stephen A. That's the Stephen A. Smith one.
Oh, my bad. Yeah,
he was on the Stephen A. Smith one, but
comedians are popular right now.
Comedians are popular right now. Right now, what they're doing is they're going on Club Shay Shay, which is Shannon Sharpe, former NFL football players podcast, where they giving the dirt. They let you know how it is. We gonna let y'all in on what Monique has been talking about.
We got a clip here.
We got a clip here. She's talking about Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Oprah Winfrey. She said Oprah Winfrey.
Not Oprah.
I mean, yeah, Oprah Winfrey ain't part of the gang.
Oprah's supposed to be untouchable.
Hey, Monique want to put the pause on her.
When we know something is wrong, everything Cat Williams sat here and said,
right,
we all know it to be the truth. Dare you be the one? And then on top of that, you're saying names. You're saying Oprah's name out loud. You're saying Tyler's name out loud. You're saying Lee's name out loud. You're saying Lionsgate out loud. That's not what we do. We say they. We say the people. We say the studio. We say the producers. How dare you actually say our heroes' names?
You're very specific.
What would have happened is in the next deal, you would have gotten more money. Her no, but then she went and told the world how difficult that they were. Do you think that that would be fair or unfair? No, that's not fair. It's not fair. So the question, pardon me, so the question I would ask of you, good sir, because I appreciate you.
The Butler, that movie was offered to me. Lee Daniels came out and said, I did offer Monique the Butler. But as he said to me, he said, Mo, at the time I didn't have no power and I didn't have no money. So when Oprah said she wanted it, so who played the lead role in The Butler? Oprah Winfrey. Lee Daniels was getting ready to do a biopic on Richard Pryor, and he offered me the grandmother. Who then calls Lee Daniels and says, I want to be the grandmother. So as you're looking at me, it's the same way I'm looking at that. And the conversation turned to Monique. And she said, well, I don't do business like Monique do business, and I'm glad I don't have that husband of hers.
But she don't know your husband.
And when I saw that, it's like, Tiffany, if you had a husband like mine, you may not have 2 DUIs.
Right now tonight in front of you niggas in Albany, New York, Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry, I want to apologize for telling y'all to suck my dick.
So she basically didn't apologize for nothing.
Exactly, man. And she didn't apologize for anything, like my co-host said. I'm going to just break it down for you with Lee Daniels. If you didn't know, the movie Precious. First off, my girl Monique took $50K to do the movie for you. I mean, he was an upcoming producer, so, I mean, he didn't have that much money. As soon as she got on board, she took a lower amount of money. Then Tyler Perry and Oprah came on financially, helped promote it. And when they helped promote it, in the contract they didn't have for Monique to go overseas to promote the movie, so Monique didn't do it. And on top of that, she had a whole bunch of family issues going on, and she had a tour that she was about to do also. So she was preparing to do that. So she didn't want to go overseas to promote something that you was only giving me $50K for. Of course, she won a Grammy for that. You know what I mean? You love a Grammy. So I'm not a Grammy, an Oscar. I think she won an Oscar for it.
That'd been funny if she won a Grammy.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, you let me slide with that too. She won an Oscar for that.
To see how far you go.
She won an Oscar with the Precious movie. I mean, and with this situation first with the whole Lee Daniels, he did look out for. I mean, but at the same time, I do see what she was saying. Like she mad that Oprah was taking roles that she was getting but at the same time, Lee Daniels is just. I mean, he upcoming producer. He trying to get the money. So I mean, if you finna help me, if I'm paying 50K and you finna give me what $2-3 million. Of course you can have this. Oh, of course you can take this. I mean, you know, I'm gonna help Monique out in the back end, and she did say Lee Daniels is one of the people that did apologize to her, except for the other two they didn't. But Lee Daniels did apologize to her, and then with the whole Tyler Perry situation. I mean, I always knew how you feel about Tyler Perry.
I mean, I never really liked his movies. I never understood it. They would always end up being on TV for free, and I would still not watch them.
You never saw Madea go to jail?
I mean, I've seen parts of them, but that's what I mean. I wouldn't watch them for that long because I'd be like, this sucks, and change the channel.
I mean, hey.
That's my opinion. Who knows? They might be the greatest thing ever. Maybe I didn't give them a long enough chance, but I didn't watch them.
Comment down below how you feel about the Tyler Perry movies. I mean, I did watch them. I think my favorite one was the one with Idris Elba and he had the 3 girls. That was sad. It was touching. But back to his no good ass. So Tyler Perry out here, man. He out here. You heard the recordings. He telling people that Monique is a hard person to work with, and with that, she lost her role in Empire. I mean, Taraji did a great job. She gave Taraji her praise, but somebody heard that that Monique was hard to work with, so they didn't give her that job. I mean, that's messed up. But
what was the whole thing where her trailer exploded?
The whole trailer exploded. That was with the whole Stephen Packer situation. I mean, she was on the Christmas movie set. I think that's the movie she did with Chris Brown. Don't quote me on that. I think with Chris Brown was in it.
She just has like a string of bad luck. She needs to be cleansed.
But yeah, I mean, she needs. True, she does have a string of bad luck. But I mean, imagine that. I mean, every job you go to, it's always something bad going on. Either they not refilling the vending machines, or the stuff in the vending machines old as hell. The equipment is old, not working.
Giving you coffee cups.
you sound triggered.
It's how businesses go. They build you up and then they take you down.
They take away the coffee cups.
Yeah.
Nah, you should talk about the food. Speaking of food, she's talking about the food. That some of the trailers too, they were getting really bad food. So I mean, I understand how she feels. She was getting treated bad. And 50 Cent did call Tyler Perry out and saying, like, I mean, you when you spread this whole rumor, you didn't tell anybody that you should work with Monique, and that did help. That did hurt her also. So yeah, I hurt Monique real bad. I mean, she just out here trying to be a black woman, trying to work, trying to keep it 100, and y'all coon cutting people out here just trying to coon it up. Just deserve it.
It's almost as bad as like someone like forgetting we're in Black History Month. Almost as bad as that.
You got jokes. But also, man, she dissed on more people. She dissed on, you seen Tiffany Haddish. She dissed on Kevin Hart, saying, I mean.
It seems like a lot of people diss on Kevin Hart. Like, it's kind of consistent. And like.
But he helped her out at the same time. He gave her money. Because she did call up, she did say that she called him. He gave her money, but then later on, she paid her back. She paid him back with interest, and then she asked him for a favor, and he was like, "Yeah, whatever movie you want, whatever TV show you want, I'm gonna green light it. I'm gonna tell people that, oh yeah, Cat Williams stands behind. Kevin Hart stands behind it."
She hit him up, and he was gonna do it, and then the next word she got from the production studio was that he doesn't want anything to do with the project,
which is messed up. That's a Hollywood talk.
And she called him back, and he was like, "Oh, it's a miscommunication. I don't know why they're saying that." And then she didn't hear from him for like 2 years.
True, and then with the Reverend Al. Wait, is the Reverend Al Sharpton the real Reverend? Or is this the name?
He's a Reverend. Don't disrespect.
Is it like Mace?
No, it's like Mason.
What about Reverend?
Real Reverend.
He's a real Reverend, or he's just a baptized Reverend?
God is love.
You stupid. Nah, but
that's what he said in every episode.
True, God is love, Reverend. And then I mean, this whole situation, and then she called out Reverend Al Sharpton. He heard about the situation and said, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna call Tyler Perry. We gonna fix this. You can't disrespect our sisters. And then Monique was like, 6 months later, he was like, we don't need commercial planes. We got Tyler Perry jet. And I mean, hey, cash rules everything around me.
Was that like the Soul Plane jet?
With the rims that be bouncing on the 52 pythons. You know the 52s, right?
No, this is 12s. You ain't got no 22s.
What?
52s would mean you have cancer. If you have 52 pythons, you got cancer, dog. You need to go to the hospital immediately.
Oh man, whatever, man. But
I
also,
got 22s.
also, you know, Oprah, Monique was talking about how Oprah, you know, just disrespected her, just so
Oprah
wrongly.
could disrespect everybody.
Yeah,
She's
I didn't know
billionaire.
that.
She had her own TV network. She probably gave more shine to more people than a lot.
I used to praise Oprah. I remember reading in a book and seeing on something like she used to play with like she was poor and she played with roaches as pets.
Oh, that's weird. But I miss like her being on TV. I used to like watching Oprah's favorite things every year. When she would get surprise a random audience and give them all this stuff and have like a showcase of new products. Like that was awesome. Those were some good episodes. She was good, and it's like now all we have is like Dr. Phil.
He doesn't give out anything but bad advice.
No, Dr. Phil's decent, but it's funny because sometimes how out of touch they are.
True, but how would and comment down below? How would y'all feel? How would you feel if Oprah Winfrey calls you up, says that I'm going to invite your brother to my show, and he did bad things to you, horrible things to you?
Yeah, I heard that whole situation where she was like trying to do a show about like what happened to her. Or not to her. Who was it?
The brother was going on an Oprah show to talk about like how to spot people that basically assault other people. And I ain't want to say that. You know, I ain't want to. It's YouTube.
Yeah,
I don't get too graphic.
Physically assault. You know what we're saying?
Exactly. Physically assault people. Monique was like, okay, whatever. You know, you got the green light. But then Oprah, did some backhanded stuff.
She got like her mom on the show.
She got the whole family on it. The mom.
Made her look bad.
Everybody made her look bad and didn't tell Monique about this at all. And, Monique was hurt and devastated about this because her and Oprah, had a heart to heart. They shared each other's feelings.
It was tight.
That was like this, and the fact that Oprah's out here 70 years old and Monique out here 56. That's the Ozempic. You better watch out. The
Ozempic made her snap back.
Hard.
Snap.
Oprah, you hit that?
I'd play Stedman. That's for sure.
You mean Gayle King?
Oh,
she had a TV show.
I'll definitely get more than what Gayle King got.
You get more than a TV show?
Yeah.
What you getting?
I'm getting a whole movie.
You getting
on the Oprah network. Catch Me on the O. Catch Me in the Streets, also in the O.
Horrible. So Monique got on all these people on Club Shay Shay, and not only that, she got on this next person here on this next slide. She got on my dog DL Huguely.
This man is ugly, and I never thought it was funny.
What?
I don't understand, man. You can just see it in his eyes.
It's DL. What you think? DL.
He's down low. That's right.
Pause.
He's down low. Huguely.
Man. So
Huguely is ugly.
We gonna play the clip right here. The whole issue with DL Huguely and Monique, and we'll come in and let y'all know the 2 cents and the backstory of the whole drama. Stay tuned.
Here we go. They said, Monique, we want to play a game of Would You Rather. Let's go. Would you rather your husband sleep with Lee Daniels with a condom?
What?
Or Corinne Steffens without one?
Superhead.
Really, Monique?
Now, as y'all are watching right now who haven't heard this story.
Well, Club Shay Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a weight set. So Monique was on. Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do has got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she said she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints. I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't, because I respected her wishes. She's a liar.
Our brother, DL Huguely. And we are firm believers on what is right and what is wrong. Yes. So we got to start off by saying there was an inaccuracy as it regards Monique saying that there was a cease and desist that was given to DL to shut it down. What had taken place, to be accurate, was after Monique spoke to Brother DL on that conversation, Brother DL said, what?
Well, after we spoke on that conversation, when we hung up that phone, the last thing he said was, it is what it is. And I said, DL, then we're going to have to get our attorney involved. That's the last thing me and DL Huguely said on that conversation.
And after having that conversation with Monique, we went and got...
Listen here, man. Before I move on...
Who knew her parents knew how to use Instagram?
Listen here, man. With this pastor and Stephen A. Smith pastor telling him that it's okay for him to go off on people, these pastors out here going crazy. They worse than the
I don't know why we expect anything from pastors. The only thing I see from pastors is when they're in court for doing things that is unmentionable on YouTube.
True that. But I'm gonna say this right now, and respectfully, Monique look like she can.
You want to hop on that wagon?
I see why her dude always standing by her side. She got the bag and she can suck a meat through a straw. I'm just saying. I know when I
like
see.
That would hurt.
What's that hurt? Hurt who? Hurt not me.
No, going through a straw.
Let's see it, man.
If you can go through a straw, that ain't healthy. What kind of freak stuff you be watching, co-host?
Listen, man, that Twitter P got me in a chokehold right now. I can't let it go, man. Every day.
Unsubscribe to my co-host on Twitter. I don't even know why we promote that if that's what you're doing over there. I guess you're the one that made him change their name from Twitter to X.
Paul. Listen here, man. I almost would have Team Trump if they ain't fixed the privacy settings.
Team Tiana Trump.
Whoa, disrespectful. But I mean, with this whole situation, we go back to the topic at hand. So with the whole situation at hand, man, this beef has been brewing for a while. Monique talks about a time where her and DL Huguely were on a tour together. Monique was on contract as the headliner. DL Huguely had a memo saying he was the headliner, which doesn't count as anything.
They had contradicting information saying that they were both the headliner, and she had in her contract that she had to perform by 9:30, and he didn't show up at that time, so she went on stage on 9:30, and she feels that he showed up late on purpose so that way he could be the closer.
And she called him out on on stage,
right?
Yeah, she was on stage doing her set, and she called him out, called him all types of words, and said his name. And he this is when he was walking in, and I mean, I think like that's the problem that some people were having with Monique. Like, I understand like companies do you wrong, people do you dirty, but it's like certain ways you have to go about things so you can just save face, because people got egos, and you can mess up two people, and next thing you know, you're blackballed like
6ix9ine.
Carrie Hilson. I'm just saying.
But do you like her comedy? Like,
I like her TV shows. I mean, I realize that like you were talking about earlier before how Desi Banks and all them other comedians, like, oh yeah, you know, this person's a Instagram comedian. He's not really a stand-up comedian. This person's like a skit comedian. I feel like is that with like certain people. Like some people are like great with TV shows, and some people are great with the stand-up comedy. Now the queens of comedy is fire. To answer your question, Monique, comedian, fire. But I mean, now I ain't check out her last Netflix special. Comment down below how y'all feel about the last Netflix special. But
do you think she's better than DL?
They're two different comedians.
I never thought he was funny.
She's political stuff.
Decent on TV shows. I've seen her on TV shows, but I don't think her stand-up's that good, if I'm being honest. But if I had to pick, I would pick her over DL.
True, I think DL Huguely was mainly like political stuff and like bad parenting
He's
stuff.
Just like a weirdo.
Like bad parenting, like, yo, your kid was bad. I remember back in the day, my mom used to make me get a switch out there, and she used to like he's mumble a whole bunch of stuff. But DL Huguely had a TV show too called The Huguely Show, which was fire. That show was like amazing.
Half a season?
No, it lasted more than half a season.
I never saw it.
It was funny as hell. He had a whole family. He had bad kids. He had a bad little boy. But the Parkers is way better. The Parker Show, way better than the Huguely Show. Comment down below which one you prefer better. But
none of them are better than the Wayans brothers. Or My Wife and Kids.
I mean, My Wife and Kids was basically the Huguely Show. But he had one more kid. I think DL had 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and my wife and kids had 2 girls and one.
Was better.
Bernie Mac show is the same thing, but yeah, but basically all the same things. Copycat and stuff, you know how it is. Only one didn't have kids was the Steve Harvey show. All the other ones had kids.
Martin didn't have kids.
Martin didn't have kids.
Wayne's brothers didn't have kids.
True. Damn, got me that fast. Did they have? Nah, they didn't have kids.
Moesha didn't have kids. I would have been upset.
Moesha had Ray J came out of nowhere at the end.
That's her brother.
He was still a kid.
That's not her child.
He was a bad kid.
He was just an ugly kid.
He hit Kim Kardashian.
He still hit it first. But it doesn't. I would have gave him points, but then he made Raycon, so we can't give him a pass for that.
You don't like the Raycon or the unbreakable glasses?
If he wants to sponsor us, we'll shout him out every episode.
Horrible, man. Horrible. But comment below how you feel about this topic at hand. We got some more, some more tea coming up, man. My dog, Mike Epps and Shannon Sharpe had to get in it too. So if you didn't know, Club Shay Shay Shannon Sharpe podcast has all the comedians on there.
It's crazy because it's like we had like the girl rapper Civil War, and now we're having like the comedian Civil War.
But it's with all the old people.
Most of the good comedians are older. There's only a handful of younger people that are showing promise.
You don't like no young? Comment down some young comedians that y'all like.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't really know any. Like most of them are like
Matt Rifle.
No, I don't like him.
You didn't like him?
No, and it's crazy. If you watch him on earlier seasons of Wild and Out, you can see what he.
I am a white person on Black History Month.
Exactly. Not living it up. But yeah, he actually had a whole bunch of plastic surgery to get him the way he looks now. Like,
Matt?
Yeah.
For real?
He looked crazy. I'll show you old Wild and Out episodes when he was on the cast before he got kicked off, and he looked like trash.
Did he get like in a car accident or something? That's the only way I forgive it.
No. Like he had like all kinds of like weird. His teeth were weird. He looked like he had little kid teeth and like a grown man.
Was it like the Zac Efron effect where like he looked perfectly fine, but then like he got this chiseled face? He's like, oh nah, I've been had this face.
No, Zac Efron like was fine before. Supposedly he got in an accident or something, right?
Yeah, and then he pulled a.
And then he tried to look like Squidward from SpongeBob.
Yeah. What, the Squidward from SpongeBob?
Yeah.
But we got the video here. We're going to play the video. We're going to come back and let you know the 2 cents.
And let us know down in the comments below whose side are you on. Are you on Shannon's side or Day Day's side?
We're going to let you know. We got Mike Epps talking about Shannon Sharpe. And then we got Shannon Sharpe responding. Then we got Mike Epps responding. It's crazy.
Mike Epps going to stand on business. He was running for Baby D.
That nigga Shannon Sharpe called me trying to do an interview. I said, no, Medea, I ain't doing no interview. So you can sit across from me and look at my balls. I'll sit down, nigga. Thought he was going to attack Cat, that nigga there. The nigga shit is called Shay Shay. The nigga's telling you. Put a wig on that nigga, tell me if that ain't motherfucking Medea's sister.
Mention my name again.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put the DM. And I don't like doing this.
Yeah.
But you're lying. See, and I don't care about all that other stuff. You can say I'm gay and you can say I don't care about that. Because I won't chase a lie. But I won't let you lie on my name.
Yeah.
Now you can say all that other stuff. I can deal with that. I heard that 1,000 times.
Yes,
just
sir.
like everybody jumping in the chat talking about, he don't like number white women.
Right.
I done dated a lot of different races.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you like Skittles, man. You eat every color. Come on, talk to me now.
No, I don't eat. I don't eat or suck.
Yeah,
they all do all that.
You know what I mean? That's why I said Skittles.
Watch Shannon Sharpe face.
Okay. I'm with
I'm not gonna lie. I did DM you to get on the show. But I DM'd you to get on the show because you brought my name up when you was sitting there with Cat. And you was trying to get him to talk crazy about me, but he didn't. Okay? Now, second of all, talking about pulling up on me. You're going to be an all-star. I'm going to be at the all-star in my hometown. And
Indiana.
I'm going to see you. All right? I'm going to see you, brother. And I'm just letting you know. I don't be doing no fighting lately. I don't do no fighting. So, there's only one other option. If you don't fight, you do blank, 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 blank. And Ocho, you shut up and go get some eyebrows. You looking like a whole milk dud sitting there agitating. We watched the white boy kick your ass on TV. So you shut up.
Ooh.
Called him a milk dud.
That's crazy. I mean, somebody in leather pants disrespect you like that, you gonna take that disrespect?
Not from someone with leather pants. I just gotta get some baby powder on them. They'll get stuck in the pants.
You disrespectful, but I mean, this beef was real unnecessary. I mean, turns out that Mike Epps got a comedy special coming out on Netflix.
They said Mike Epps tapped in with the GDs in Indiana.
There are GDs in Indiana.
Yeah, that is for sure. That's because they got kicked out of Chicago.
And that's what. What?
But what I was gonna say with him, it's funny that he was saying, I don't fight, I click,
Mm-hmm.
and insinuating what he does. But if you're an all-star, they got to check. You ain't gonna have nothing on you, so you're gonna be butt naked when he runs into you. You're gonna be caught lacking with your pants down. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to fight Uncle Shay Shay. Uncle Shay Shay looked like he could get you in a headlock and pop your head off.
Facts.
I'm not trying to mess with a man that size.
I mean, this really just means that any of the after parties or day parties you go to, you got.
He's trying to say that.
Yeah, like you gotta look both ways because he's from Indiana, so you got people.
Shannon, catch him at the game. He ain't gonna have nothing at the game.
Have a talk to him at the game.
Catch him in the tunnels at the game.
Hey, so what's up? I mean, hey, now if you at the game,
what's crazy is he can even catch him outside of the game, so he could avoid maybe charges for fighting in the arena.
Mm-hmm.
Catch him outside the game because they can't have it there because they're gonna be walking in.
Hold on, are you saying that Shannon Sharpe can't take Mike Epps on a one-on-one squabble?
I'm saying that's exactly what he can do. I'm telling him how to catch him lacking. Tell him catch him walking into the arena.
Okay, I can see that.
Catch him outside the arena, so you ain't got to deal with getting kicked out of security, not being able to watch none of the All-Star stuff.
And jump on him like Homer Simpson and Bart Simpson.
Yeah, because if he's walking in, he's still not going to have nothing on him because he's literally walking in.
I got you. And then they do got metal detectors and all that stuff.
Yeah, you can't have none of that in there.
True. I can see that.
But supposedly Shannon Sharpe apologized for going so hard at him and said, that they don't need to be doing this online.
They're going to meet up.
They're going to meet up and have a heart-to-heart. I mean, Mike Epps is cool. I like Mike Epps.
You like him as a stand-up or on his TV, on his
I actually
movies?
like him more as an actor, to be honest. I've watched a handful of stand-up specials, and it's hit or miss. Some of them are decent. I ain't seen one that's been like a classic, like Cat Williams level, but some of them are decent, and then some of them are pretty bad. But I do think he's exceptional as an actor. I think he's funny, especially with his body movements and stuff, and how he like says things. So I think like he's pretty good at that stuff. So I actually like him better as an actor.
What about Michael Blackson?
He just sucks all around.
Damn, it's Black History Month, Gavin. You gotta be nice.
That's for Americans. He ain't American.
Got a point. I did tell somebody that today.
Except actually, he does a fake accent.
Well, you can't say that.
He's like that one girl on TikTok that does a fake accent.
That Bobby girl?
The cornbread girl.
Cornbread.
Should be just like some like
that one?
Yeah. No, not that exact one with the girl that I made fun of because she be talking a weird accent.
But comment below how you feel about the situation here. Do you
Team Shannon or you Team Epps?
Exactly. Are you Team Shannon? Are you Team Epps? Do you feel like these comedians are taking advantage? Like they just letting up old beef like
it almost feels like the Chicago days where everyone like when Chief Keef first popped off and like everyone was dissing, especially if someone got popped. But it's like they can't really pop each other. They're comedians, so they ain't really like that.
True.
But they're gonna pop each other as far as the jokes. So they're just popping like crazy back and forth. And what's crazy is like they're basically seeing like what you've seen back in the day is that like the crazier you go with the jokes, the more you get seen. Because it's all promotion for the next special or the next TV show or whatever they're doing. So they're
like the rappers now.
They're chasing clout. They're basically trying to say they're smoking on everyone. Tuka, for example.
Oh, we smoke on. So it's Cat Williams. That's disrespectful. I ain't even finna say that. I don't finna say that. That's too disrespectful.
Smoking on that Carlton Weekly pack.
Ooh, okay, we can go with that. But I mean, yeah, like he said.
Comment below if you know who I'm talking about. It's not a goose. It's the opposite of a goose.
And also like my co-host was saying, like all these, like what this is doing, what the Club Shay Shay is doing, Club Shay Shay is doing is they're basically all these all these old school comedians are now getting light. Like, I mean, Cat Williams was getting money.
Shout out Cat Williams. He just broke the YouTube interview record for the most viewed interviewed on YouTube for any video in the history of YouTube. The old video was the Joe Rogan Bob Lazar one, you know, where he had that guy that worked at Area 51 and told him all the secrets. That was the biggest interview in the world. And Cat Williams and Shannon Sharpe broke the record. So shout out Shannon and Club Shay Shay for having the record for the most viewed internet interview of all time.
And you know the crazy part is about this Monique one?
It's going?
It's only at 11.
What was the Cat Williams one? Was it like 58 million?
The Cat Williams like 59 million.
Yeah.
So I mean, he started off here to
That's
pioneer.
crazy.
It's a copycat league. I mean, that is crazy.
He's just copying himself though if he keeps doing it.
But I mean, he did.
It's really all good for Shannon because if all these comedians keep calling each other out and be like, "Hey, I'll just call Shannon and say my piece," he's gonna keep on raking in the money. True. And I really like his nightcap, either with Ocho Cinco. Ocho Cinco is pretty funny. He was a reckless as a player. But
and Gilbert Arenas,
and Gilbert Arenas, he chose like the most reckless people in the sport. But yeah, Gilbert was actually one of my favorite players, so it's cool hearing him talk hoops.
True.
With Gilbert Arenas.
And I mean, yeah, he's I want to know who's gonna come up next. I mean, Earthquake. I mean, I know Cedric Entertainer's already been up. Cat Williams has already been up. It could be so many other comedians. I mean, Shannon Sharpe is old, so it could be anybody. I mean, I know it's most likely maybe Mike Epps in like 2-3 more months. Mike Epps gonna come on next since they both apologize and they gonna allegedly speak in Indiana, whatever that speaking
Shannon
means.
should apologize to him and then give him like a hug, and then like squeeze him like the Hulk and let him know what time it is.
Oh, it's like when somebody shakes your hand.
No, we're not shaking hands. We're bringing it in. And then when he brings it in, just give him a
and crush him.
Yeah.
I can see it.
That's why you just give him a little message. Just let him know.
Comment down below some comedians, some old school comedians that you think that would be on Club Shay Shay. They may shake some things up. Maybe Bruce or
Eddie Murphy would be the great
Eddie
interview.
Murphy.
He's been
that'd
around
be
forever.
Fire.
I'm so upset that Charlie Murphy has passed away.
That'd have been
God
fire
rest
too.
his soul, but he was one of the most hilarious human beings I've ever seen in my life. And I wish he could have had the opportunity to be on Club Shay Shay.
And Bernie Mac.
Yeah, and Bernie Mac as well.
That would have been fire too.
What did Bernie Mac pass away from? Was it like heart or something?
Probably lung for smoking cigarettes.
Or cigars? Was it cigarettes or was it cigars?
Comment. Was it none of them? Was it alcohol?
Put it in the comments below.
Put it down below. What happened to my dog Bernie Mac? I mean, I know something.
Gone too soon.
Hold on. Do we want to look it up? Or we want to go? Let's see.
I mean, we could go. I mean, it doesn't.
Let's see.
He was gone before his time. That's all it was. My host is not taking out for a reason. Oh, was it? Oh, let me see how to say this. I'm probably going to butcher. Sarcoidosis.
Sarcoidosis.
An inflammatory disease that often attacks multiple organs, particularly the lungs and lymph nodes. The disproportionary affects African American. Chicago comedian Bernie Mac suffered from this and died from complications of the disease in 2008. Yeah, that's a weird one. I haven't really heard that many people have died from that.
That's crazy, man. R.I.P. to Bernie Mac. He the real go. He would have set this off. He wouldn't stand for this. All this fakeness. But comment down below how y'all feel about this whole Shannon Sharpe, Monique situation. All the comedians acting up and bringing Shay Shay into it. But moving on here, man, we got to talk about the real GOAT. My dog Kanye West finally dropped the Vulture album with Ty Dolla $igns. Now, let me tell you at first, before we play this clip, I was pissed.
Wait, the clip better not have music from it.
Nah, it's no music.
Are you
from
sure?
It. I'm positive.
Are you positive?
More positive than NBA Youngboy STD test.
That's full positive.
Exactly. But like I said before, man, he been teasing this. As soon as this came out, it didn't come out on Spotify. I was pissed. I was this close to signing up for Apple Music or calling my co-host for his username and password.
It was not. I thought it kept on getting taken down from Apple Music. I thought it was on Spotify and not on Apple Music.
No, at first it started off. At first it was announced to be on.
Oh, it was on Apple Music and Tidal.
It was on Apple Music and Tidal.
I thought Tidal died. Tidal's still alive?
I mean,
are you still part of Tidal?
No, Jay-Z
gave it up.
It's not owned by black people anymore. Jay-Z doesn't own it anymore, so I got Spotify.
He was the only one.
That's the only reason why I got the. I mean, Tidal was nice. It did have the Young Jeezy concert on it. It had concerts on it, but I mean, with Spotify, I get free books. It's audiobooks. And I get other stuff.
Makes sense.
I mean, Joe Rogan was on it.
Yeah, that's why I got Spotify.
See?
To check out podcasts like Academics and Joe Rogan because they have exclusive deals. But now they're going back on YouTube with their Spotify content. Spotify is no longer making their big people be Spotify exclusive, but they're going to run like their own ads, but like on YouTube.
Facts. But along with this Kanye Ty Dolla $ign's tape, it wasn't just them. It was a whole bunch of artists on there. We're going to tell you more about that later.
Feature heavy.
But, I mean, Kanye just, this whole week has been crazy. He's been having this girl dress all crazy, wearing basically anything. I don't know what kind of hypnotism spell that he got on her, but I need to learn that, man. Hit me up, Kanye, man. I need that.
It's the Illuminati spell.
Got a couple girls I need to walk around. Wait, is that wrong?
What, Illuminati?
Having girls walking around the way Kanye West be doing.
I mean, if it's their choice. Not if it's you're making that choice for them.
We got to get to that. But, I mean, Kanye West is going as crazy as calling himself R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, Jesus, Diddy. I mean,
that's not a very good list.
We got a whole bunch of other people.
R. Kelly, does he want to pee on people?
Whoa.
Bill Cosby, does he want to forcibly grab people?
Whoa.
Diddy, does he want to be a power bottom?
Whoa.
Jesus, is he trying to come back from the dead?
See.
What are you trying to tell us, Kanye West? Taylor Swift? You trying to be white like Michael Jackson?
Listen, all I see is 3 great black men. That's all I see.
Taylor
all the
Swift?
other stuff you.
On Black History Month. This is what you do, co-host?
Taylor Swift. Yeah, I mean, we started off with claiming her over Beyonce. Might as well keep that same energy. But we got a video here explaining the rest, and we're gonna tell you about the Kanye West selling commercial that just dropped.
What? Nope. I knew you were gonna do this, co-host.
It was a concert version.
Hopefully, me talking over this will get us.
It was a concert version of it. I mean, you already know.
There's the sale right
It's only
there.
like 48 seconds.
There's
it wasn't the full a lot of stuff
like
going on, but everything was going on for $2.
I feel sad for the people that paid $200 whenever he dropped the price to everything on his website to $20.
I ain't
because
think
those
about
sock
that.
pods were $200 like a week ago, and now they were $20 on the Super Bowl.
True that. Who? I would have never thought that. But
I saw a shoe reviewer get the pods at $200.
So what's the retail you think for it now? I mean, it's still probably up there. The resale.
I mean, I don't know. I bet it would drop from 200 if there's I mean, I don't know how many units they sold at $20 a pop. I mean, they made enough to make 19 million?
Yeah, they made enough to make 19
That's
million.
a lot of sock shoes.
So if you didn't know, during the Super Bowl, Kanye West paid $7 million to get his commercial played on the Super Bowl. But with the commercial, it wasn't a real commercial like everybody else with Under Armour or Doritos. It was basically a cell phone video of him basically saying like, we spent all the money on this ad, so we didn't have anything for here. But go to my website, we got a sale going on, everything for $20, and it worked like million.
But speaking of things that Kanye was talking about, I need to go ahead and R. Kelly right now. So I'm going to excuse myself so I could go to the bathroom and let my co-host tell us his true feelings about Kanye West and the Vulture album. Or what else you want to say on it?
Drip, drip, drip.
Exactly. All into you.
Pause. But no, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, the stuff that Yeezy was selling, he got his Yeezy pods. He got what are Yeezy pods, one box, the Vote pants, the long sleeve shirts. He was selling. I mean, he was selling everything. He had over 300,000 order sales that went on. It totaled $19.3 million. I mean, he sold over a whole bunch of countries. Right now, he's going on his little anti-Semitic spree, talking in the airport, calling people crazy names. But Kanye is Kanye West, and I mean, you can't take away his superpower. His new album is amazing. It's #1 everywhere. So You got that. He got it, like you said earlier before. He got his girlfriend wearing basically nothing. Basically, he got his girlfriend wearing garbage bags around her titties, and he got and he got people over here been accepting it. So, whatever power Kanye West got, I need that. I need that. I mean, I'm trying to make America great again, like my dog say, but. With this whole Kanye West business, I mean, I feel like people just hating on him and hating on. Only reason people hating on him now is because of that old anti-Semitic stuff. But I feel like he apologized for that already. He apologized to the kids that they had to hear a grown-up conversation, and I feel like, hey, it is what it is. He was just doing stuff to sell records, and with these artists nowadays, you don't really know if they really feel that way or they just saying it to sell music.
His apology was accepted because Kanye just posted on his Instagram that he actually went #1 in Israel. So I guess they heard him loud and clear and accept Kanye West's message.
And yeah, I mean, we love him over here, you love him over there. He's #1 on Spotify. I think you had just seen that he's over Taylor Swift. So
what was the song he did with Rich the Kid again?
The Carnival song.
Let us know, is that the song of the year so far?
You think so?
2024.
Did you like it?
It's pretty good. I'm honestly not that big of a Kanye West fan, to be honest. I always felt like he made car commercial music, but I did
you don't like big booty bitches. Don't fall out the test guy no more.
Yes, I like that he sampled Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. That's why he got bonus brownie points with me. But you know, as far as his older music, like Graduation and stuff, like I wasn't the biggest fan of that. If I'm being completely honest, I already established that. I'm going for Player Hater of the Year. Hate.
Facts. But comment below it. Let me know how you feel about this Kanye West.
Do you think this is his best album? What was the album with the clear disc, the clear case?
Yeezus.
Yeah, that was my probably favorite one before that. It was so
Life
funny.
of Pablo and all that stuff. You like those?
No, I mean they weren't as good as Yeezus. But it was so funny. One of my friends at the time was like a super Kanye hardcore fan, and they were like, you know, Kanye, he's so elegant and he's cool, and they're like, who's your favorite artist? And I was like, Chief Keef, what's up? And then they were like, oh my God, how could you listen to that? Kanye would never work with Chief Keef. And then the Yeezus came out, and like song number 6 was like Hold My Liquor, and it was with Chief Keef, and I was like, you're dumb.
True, he dropped that in 2013. Then he dropped The Life of Pablo.
That was like the prime year of civilization. Comment down below, is 2013 the best year of human beings?
Probably was. Then he had The Life of Pablo. He had the Ye album. He had the Kids See Ghosts, the Jesus is King, the Donda. You like the Kids See Ghosts?
Sucked.
I like the Ye album. The Ye album was straight. So this is my superpower. And a lot of this music does get sponsored. I mean, it does get sponsored.
It does end up on being car commercials.
It ends up being movies. I've seen it in Hangover.
I mean, of course.
Of course, so you see that.
You gotta have theme music for the Wolfpack.
Hey, but I love Kanye West. I love his music. I can separate the man from the music. I don't know about y'all. Is it R. Kelly still in your Serato?
You know, I believe I could fly.
Oh, man, that's crazy. But it's time to go to the couch.
Let me go ahead and throw my coats on the couch and put on the theme music.
Man, oh man, we got a lot of things dropping. We got clips on the clip dropping every week. Thank y'all for last week, man. We got like two or three of the videos got over 1K views. Also,
yeah, well, a bunch of our videos been doing really good on
clips. And also, you know, the main page, it was a slow build. You know, I was mad about it. I made another video to try to compete with it, but it was no match. The last one was just too good. I'm gonna beat ChatGPT.
Shh, cuz. Trying to give away all the secrets.
Hey, I'm just saying, but hey, I'm back on the WWE wrestling game. I done recorded like 4 or 5 other videos, man. I swear. The new WWE game is coming out in 1 or 2 more months. I'm gonna get that. We gonna drop more videos, man. Thank y'all for watching.
Maybe I'll get back on the gaming channel this week.
Hey.
I actually got a couple games, like newer games that I got a while back ago, and I still haven't played them once. So maybe I'll get on there and record some clips for TFTC Gaming. Check out TFTC Gaming and get that channel to catch up with the rest. But instead of speaking about the rest, let's talk about the best. Our #1 channel, Crib Reactions. Support Crib Reactions. We're at 8K. Get us to 9K, 8.1K to be exact. We do all kinds of music reactions from music all over the world. It don't matter where you're at. If you make good music, we're going to find it. We did a reaction to Meg Thee Stallion Hiss, her Super Diss. That is actually one of our better performing American videos. So shout out everyone for tuning that one at 2.2K. We got XG at 1.5K. 21 Savage almost at 1,000 views. We got Young Posse bringing in 2.7K views and some New Jeans. Let us know if you're a fan of that Techno Wonder New Jeans. But yeah, check out everything we do. We got a bunch of channels. We got a TikTok. We got an Instagram. All the links down in the description. And if you really like reactions, we got a Patreon. You can find that link over any of our recent videos on Crib Reactions.
Hey, but you ready for halftime?
To be over?
To begin. Hit the button, Usher.
You want me to throw you back on the couch?
Pause. Nah, man, I'm talking about the best, one of the top 5 best halftime performances ever. I'm talking about Usher, baby, man. Usher over here stole our eyes because he had one of the biggest. Well, I mean, the Super Bowl was one of the biggest ever. Oh. And he also stole Swiss Beats Girl at the same time.
Sound like he stole you.
Hey, listen,
man.
Said
he's one of the biggest.
Listen, man. I've been love me some Usher. He already showed me how to let it burn.
Sounds like you were there at 7:00 on the dot.
Listen, man. I'm always cruising around looking for Usher. But if you didn't know, Usher performed at the Super Bowl, which was amazing. He played a whole bunch of songs. He had Ludacris on there. He had Jermaine Dupri, which was looking crazy, looking like a little pilgrim. You saw Jermaine Dupri with the little shorts and the socks?
No.
You didn't see Jermaine Dupri wearing the socks?
I'm not tapped into Jermaine like that.
Man, listen here, man. You can't miss Jermaine Dupri. He looks like an Oompa Loompa. But listen here, man. You had Jermaine Dupri. You had her on there with the guitar. I mean, she was going crazy. I mean, this performance was amazing. And to cap it off, he had Alicia Keys. And, you know, I ain't really pay attention to it, but if you look in slow-mo the video, he tapped that thing on the side. And that thing he tapped that thing on Alicia Keys on the side, and it was looking nice in the red dress and the red outfit.
I want to see what Swiss Beats said to all the haters, because everyone was like, if you're Swiss Beats, you catch Usher. It's on site.
Facts.
He says, y'all talking about the wrong damn thing. Y'all don't see the amazing dress coverage, the entire stadium. That didn't make sense. Tonight's performance was nothing but amazing with 2 amazing giants. Congrats, Usher, my wife, Alicia Keys. The song is a classic. We don't do no negative vibes on this side. We make history. Go see Giants at Brooklyn Museum. It's open until July. I guess he has an exhibit or something.
Let's see here, man. DMX is rolling over in his grave right now.
I still understand what he said at the beginning. Y'all talking about the wrong damn thing.
Yeah, worried about it.
Y'all don't see the amazing dress dress covering
the entire. Her dress was like so big. It was like one of.
I mean that was cool. Yeah, I will say that. I forgot about her like a giant tail. Of her dress. Mm-hmm. She did look like the original Spawn that came out in the 90s.
I thought you would say some wedding outfit. It said Spawn.
No, she looked like Spawn. Because, you know, if you watch the original Spawn, then you remember, like, he would have his cape go around and, like, protect him from bullets and stuff. And it literally looked like in the movie it was CGI. Hers looked like the real deal. Like, because he had a giant cape just as big. Shout out down below if you're a real Spawn fan.
Listen here, man. DMX is rolling over in his grave right now. If DMX was alive right now, the Rough Riders would have been rolling up in Vegas on Usher at his little whatever Constellions, whatever he got going on. His Vegas race, Las Vegas. I don't even know how to say that word. I ain't finna try to butcher it up. How is it race? It's black on. Listen here, man. DMX didn't play like that. You already know Swiss Beats was with DMX and the Rough Riders, and they used to ride around the motorcycles, and they had dolls with chains.
Do you think that Swiss Beats has
emotional damage
from this event?
I mean, I wouldn't, because you already know what you sign up for when you are ever around Usher. I'm just
you know what you sign up for, Usher.
Listen here, it's 2 people.
Is it like what you sign up for when you're around Diddy?
It's 3 people you gotta watch out for: Reverend TD Jake, Usher, and Diddy.
I mean, why you gotta watch out for TD Jakes to see he's available?
Listen here, man.
Because he's a PB.
That's what we want you to think. He had to give in girls a sermon. But we're going to talk about that later. But back to the topic at hand. Where do you rank this Super Bowl of all the Super Bowls we watched earlier
Super
today?
Super Bowl performances, halftime shows?
If you had to give me like 2 or 3, give me 3 of your... And y'all comment down below. Give me your top 2, 3, maybe 5. If you remember 5 of your best Super Bowl performances.
No, do your top 3. Because y'all probably can't even remember 5. I'm going to say Michael Jackson, not the fake Elvis.
Elvis Presto?
No, not Elvis Presto. I'll do Michael Jackson, Lady Gaga, and
Michael Jackson.
Justin Timberlake. Exposing Janet.
You do know.
Because Kid Rock was on that one, right?
Yeah, Kid Rock was on that one. And Diddy was... You just disrespectful in all types of ways, isn't you, Coles?
No, I mean, we were checking out some of the best Super Bowl halftimes, and I remember that one was pretty memorable.
That was good. I mean, they had a lot of memorable performances. They had the Michael Jackson, if you do remember that. When he was like, he had a whole bunch of doppelgangers.
Made it look like he was like popping out everywhere.
That one was amazing. The Prince one when it started raining.
I forgot about the Prince. The Prince one was good too.
That was amazing. What about the
Beyonce?
Beyonce was amazing. The Rihanna, Rihanna killed it. She basically released her pregnancy.
To the world.
To the world.
So, I mean, that's pretty cool.
You can't beat that. And, of course, you got Lady Gaga. What about Black Eyed Peas? You like the Black Eyed Peas?
No, that was the worst one. They had, like, failed mics.
What about the Blues Brothers? We're going to throw back.
I was too old. I mean, too young for that. I wasn't around in the 80s like you.
But Michael Jordan's your favorite basketball player.
Yeah, because he dominated in the 90s, and that's the whole time I was alive.
Whatever. You a hater. But, I mean, with me, I got to say... not in any order. I gotta say this Usher one was really good. The Prince one was really good. Oh, man, my last one. It's a tie between. It's a tie between Bruno Mars.
Oh my God.
And Beyonce.
Bruno Mars is terrible. Comment below if you hate Bruno Mars.
Why do you hate Bruno Mars so much?
Because he steals music. He's a Steeler. He should be playing for Pittsburgh.
I almost wet myself. That's crazy. Oh man, but man, shout out to Usher, man. He did what he did. He stretched the performance. I didn't even realize
and he gave out Usher bucks.
Oh, I saw that. He did give out Usher bucks.
They did shoot out the Usher bucks.
And he was
in
roller
what's crazy?
skates.
How did he not get in trouble for being at the strippy club and be having like fake money? You know what would be crazy?
What?
If you don't do this. But if you went on Amazon and got like movie prop money, and then went to the strip club with your movie prop ones,
made it rain,
and was just like going crazy.
But you gotta leave quick because they as soon as they pick that money up, as soon as that song go over with and they pick that money up, they on your ass.
What do you mean? Don't they just put it in the back account later?
No, but you see it. I mean, every last one of them aren't gonna land face up. Some are gonna last face down, and then she's like, "What the hell is this?"
Sounds like you've been in this
pickle
before, Coast.
But I mean,
I mean, that's all you do is you just get them and then you put them in the laundry with the shoe so they get all crinkled and they don't look like Fresh Prince. And then it makes it harder to read, and they won't be able to notice that it says movie prop money.
Or you can go to Bibles. You can go to church and get the money to the Lord.
Give the movie prop money to the Lord.
Oh, that'd be fire.
You're going straight to.
What if you did that? Give the movie prop money to the church, and they're like, "Oh man, look at Gavin. He gave this amazing contribution, $5,000." Then they look at it later,
they
like
cash it in, and it doesn't get them nothing.
Like Usher bucks.
It's like, this is Chuck E. Cheese dollars.
You ain't never gonna be invited to the sermon. But
I didn't ask to go.
Facts. But comment down below. Let me know how you feel about the whole Usher performance and the Super Bowl performance. But I'm ready to talk about the big one.
We already talked about Drake.
No, my girl, Swiftie, Taylor Swift, the one that's the queen of R&B,
Swiftie,
the queen
Nation.
of the world.
Swiftie Nation.
You got Donald J. Trump.
Stand up and flex.
Whoa.
Flex your Swiftie muscles.
You that hard on the Swifties?
They won. You can't hate anymore.
True. But so if you didn't know, man, the Kansas City Chiefs have won back-to-back championships. Patrick Mahomes has 3 rings now.
And 3 MVPs?
And 3 MVP, 2 MVPs, I think. Yeah,
2 or 3.
2 or 3 MVPs. Comment down below if it's 2 or 3 MVPs. I mean, he's coming up there with
the next Tom Brady.
You think so?
I mean, he already has more championships than like a whole lot of good quarterbacks. A lot of the top quarterbacks will only have like 1 or 2. I think there's a handful of 3 or more. I mean, yeah, even look like from the past, besides Tom Brady, some of the quarterbacks that got the most championships is Eli has 2. I think Big Ben has 2.
Yep.
And then a whole bunch of other ones have 1. So you're in special company if you get 2, and not only to get 2, but to go back to back. That's way impressive. There hasn't been a back to back champion in a long time, in over 20 years.
Yeah, he got 3 and 3, third Super Bowl MVP.
He got the MVP too.
Yeah, he got the MVP too. And then on top of that, they're saying that ever since Tyreek Hill left the Dolphins, Patrick Mahomes is still winning. So
he's winning with scrubs. I mean, you can't take nothing from him. This is almost like when Steph Curry won another championship without Kevin Durant.
True.
I mean, he got his respect. Because, the first one they said that he won by himself was a fluke because every team they faced in the playoffs was injured and had heavy injuries. And then the other 2 they said didn't count because Kevin Durant joined and made it too unfair. He had 2 MVPs that were right at the same time on the same team. And then he finally won with the supporting cast, including Jordan Poole, until Draymond punched him in the face and off the team.
True, and then people are saying that the only reason this is going on because, of course, Taylor Swift is the reason why the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl. They weren't gonna let her go all the way out there and not win the Super Bowl.
They had a lot of conspiracies because apparently it looked like at halftime that she was talking directly to the commissioner Roger Goodell. And who knows, she might have put in, I don't care how much it costs. I'm a billionaire.
Facts.
If you need $50 million to have my man win this championship, that's what you need.
Facts. The crazy part, every time the Kansas City Chiefs made a good play, they made sure to cut to Ice Spice and Taylor Swift. And you see everybody's on Taylor Swift's dick now. Like I seen
God dang, co-host.
I seen Quavo in her booth. I seen Ice Spice was there.
Quavo's still mad about Sweetie.
I mean, hey, so you think he was over there trying to get Sweetie jealous? Because she was at the game on opposite team.
I would have consoled her after San Fran lost.
Because she's a 49er fan.
Exactly. I said I would have consoled her.
Horrible. I'm YG.
That's old news. Because it has been. He's out the picture.
But how do you feel about the Super Bowl? Do you feel like it was worth it? Is it, or do you was it bland?
It was kind of bland. I mean, there was a huge stretch of the game where no one could get first down. So it was like a quarter and a half.
Yeah.
Where no one could even get a first down. It was like Punt City. It was so boring that I literally went to sleep. We had a Super Bowl party at our bro's house, and I was.
Yeah, he was knocked.
I was like, this is so boring. And then the second half, since I'd already been falling asleep, I mainly missed the second half. I did watch some highlights, and a lot of people say, San Fran just needs to upgrade at quarterback. They don't think that Purdy's the guy. A lot of people have been echoing that the whole season.
He's a game manager.
They say he's a game manager, not a game changer, exactly. And, a lot of people give Cam Newton hate, but you can't say that Cam Newton wasn't a game changer. You can't say that. He was literally like the next Michael Vick before, what's the guy that can't throw?
Tim Tebow?
No, his son.
Marcus Vick?
Lamar Jackson.
Disrespectful.
Shout out Lamar for getting a second MVP with no bling. I hope that you get 20 MVPs and never win a ring because that'd be much more hilarious. So keep on running during the regular season because until you build up that arm, you ain't winning in the playoffs.
True, and
don't tell me I'm a hater. I'm a Steeler fan, so he gets what he gets.
True, and
we hate the Ravens for life.
And then the way I feel about this game is Patrick Mahomes is just unbeatable. The way you have to beat him is you can't just keep it close. when it's the second half of the third quarter, you have to make sure you 3 touchdowns ahead of him because
they were making it tough on him. Honestly, their San Fran's defense played pretty good the whole game.
Just the last couple seconds.
They didn't really give up any oh man, what are they doing? They didn't have a whole bunch of those plays on defense.
It was that punt. You remember the punt that he muffed?
The muff punt.
If that muff punt, I think that if that muff punt didn't happen,
more often than not, people in close games in football, a lot of times, sometimes the special teams plays make the difference in the game when it's that close between the teams, and that's pretty much what happened here. I mean, you look at the final score. It's 22-25, and I don't understand why they were saying that like San Fran didn't understand like the
overtime rules.
The Super Bowl overtime rules had changed because it didn't affect what happened. They didn't score, and then Kansas City scored, so it wouldn't have changed anything anyways. So I don't know why they were saying, "Oh, we didn't know," and honestly, it was their job to know. So they just look like rookies for not understanding how things go in a Super Bowl.
And I know that the Chiefs were saying that they knew about the rules the whole time. They said ever since playoffs started, they've been talking about the rules.
They said they covered it in training camp. That the Super Bowl rules were a little different than any of the playoffs because the playoff rules are a little different than the regular season, and then the Super Bowl has a couple changes compared to the other playoff games. But I think the only difference in the Super Bowl and the playoffs is the overtime rules. Because usually if you score a field goal, or if it's overtime and if you score a field goal, the other team has a chance to score a field goal, or if they score a touchdown, they win. But in the Super Bowl, even if you score a touchdown, the other team gets a chance to score a touchdown, and if they don't score, then they lose. So, I mean, that they were saying they might have done something different in overtime because if you win the toss, you might give the other team the ball because it's like, oh, if we stop them, then we'll have the confidence to score.
True.
Because all we would have to do is get like a field goal or something. But
yeah, you want to go second. Yeah, they were saying that you want to go second because you know what you have to do. Like, do you have to go for it? Just go for the fourth down, or do you can you kick a field goal?
Yeah, because you kind of know already what happened, so it makes your decision making easier. But I mean, because they're thinking like normal, like, oh, I want the ball first, because they're thinking if they score a touchdown, the game's over.
True.
But I mean, that's y'all's fault. I mean, literally, that's the head coach's. You have one job. Mm-hmm. You have one job, bro.
You have one job, and I mean, you see that they lost with Colin Kaepernick, they lost with Jimmy G, they lost with Brock Purdy. I mean, I don't know what the 49ers need to do to
get a real quarterback.
Probably get a real quarterback, but this next year's Super Bowl, let me tell you right now, man, the Philadelphia Eagles will be at next year's.
Oh, yeah. Not the Eagles. The Seahawks.
Nah, man. It's going to be the Eagles. Look
they say the Chiefs are going to be back.
What is the Green Bay Packers?
And then they said with this neon green that the Seahawks will actually have like a city-themed jersey next year. That'll be that same neon green. It was announced that, of course, at the Super Bowl, they announced what they're going to do for the next Super Bowl. So it looks like that they announced that the next Super Bowl is going to be in New Orleans.
Hey.
And Lil Wayne has volunteered to perform there since that's his home turf.
You know it's going to be the Queen, Taylor Swift?
And this is a new logo. They actually like to reveal the logo for the next Super Bowl a year in advance. And that's where all the conspiracies build. A lot of people thought it was going to be Kansas City, Baltimore, based on the logo for last year. But, of course, Baltimore didn't even make it because, Lamar Jackson's a scrub. But they revealed this next logo, and they got, it looks definitely like the Kansas City Chief red, but that neon is definitely a Seahawk.
It better not be the neon. Kansas City Chiefs again. I'm going to be so upset.
If they go for a three-peat, would they be the first three-peat in NFL history?
Man, listen here, man. If that ever happens,
it'll be the Michael Jordan.
Tom Brady will come out of retirement just to slay Patrick Mahomes because he's the only one to play
some more balls.
You a hater. But I mean, with this whole Super Bowl that's coming out next year, some people are thinking that it may be Lil Wayne, it may be Beyonce because she come out with a country album, or it may be Taylor Swift because with the whole Travis Kelce situation. But this football,
who would you pick?
I'm going Lil Wayne. You got to go with Wayne in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Especially after the Katrina happened and all that stuff, you got to go with Wayne or somebody from New Orleans. It was crazy. Just don't do Kevin Gates.
We got a lot of Katrina kids in Texas.
Just don't get through Kevin Gates. But, I mean, comment below, who would you like to see perform at the Super Bowl? How you feel about this football season? Was it up to par? I mean, I feel like it was the year of the backup quarterbacks. Like, if you didn't have a backup quarterback,
you're through.
You were
it was
through.
Like, who had the best backup quarterback?
True.
But then
it was the Browns with
Purdy
Flacco.
Purdy basically felt like he is a backup quarterback that started like from the get go, because he never felt like a true starter.
True, I can give you that.
But Mahomes did Mahomes' thing. He's a superstar, and he's at the superstar position, which is quarterback. And I feel like you need a star quarterback if you really want to win. If you don't, then you got to be solid in every other aspect of the game. But if you have a superstar quarterback, they can sometimes get you out of any situation. So shout out Patrick Mahomes, shout out the Chiefs, and I guess we have to say it, shout out the Swifties.
Shout out the Swifties. Hey, man, making billions for the NFL.
They're making the NFL pop.
Exactly. But speaking of making things pop,
at least he didn't propose, man. A lot of people are thinking he was if they won.
I'm horrible.
Trying to steal the show too much.
That'd have been crazy. But enough about that, man. We got my dog Kobe Bryant statue. One of them out of 3 is finally just has been revealed on February the 8th, 2024, in front of the crypto arena, the place where Kobe, the house where Kobe built.
What used to be the Staples Center.
Yeah, it used to be the Staples Center, but now the crypto arena, the house where Kobe built. One of 3 of Kobe's statues finally been revealed. It was an amazing ceremony. It's on YouTube right now. It's about 35 to 45 minutes. Everybody's there. Jeannie Buss is there. Kobe's wife is there. Derek Fisher's talking. You had a whole bunch of guests. Pau Gasol, Bun B, Eddie George, Austin Reeves, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hachimura. Just a bunch of people were at the ceremony. But the question is, who wasn't there? Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and which has basically got a lot of the people mad.
LeBron said he was stretching out Anthony Davis.
Whoa. He was on that Will Smith treatment?
I don't know what that is.
Pause. But I don't know what LeBron James was doing, but some people were speculating, and ESPN won't say it. Other people won't say it, but a bunch of small little YouTubers are saying like LeBron James wasn't there. This is the first time he's been a no-show. He was a no-show with Kobe Bryant's funeral. He was a no-show at Dwayne Wade's whole
Hall
of Fame speech. He was a no-show at what's it called, Bill Russell?
Bill Russell when he passed?
Bill Russell when he was a no-show at a lot of places. And
he's got a lot of places to be, though. He's King James, man. He might have a tight schedule.
Yeah, you can give him that. He may have a tight schedule. Some people are saying, oh, no, LeBron James grieves differently. He's not that type of person that likes to be in public. Or other people are saying, like, he doesn't want to take away the spotlight. But, man, forget that. Kobe Bryant's wife is there. Derek Fisher was there. He was his teammate.
They actually said what they believe that the reason LeBron wasn't there, that he was being butthurt about the Lakers not making any big trades at the trade deadline, even though they kind of didn't have any trade-friendly contracts where they could get something good in return. So I feel like he was so butthurt about that he didn't attend a Kobe Bryant statue unveiling, which, if that's true, that's really unfortunate, but I would hope that that's not true.
True, and we got a video right here. Basically, the statue also is gonna show.
It's from when he got 81 points.
It's from when he got when he got 81 points. And the statue also down here is gonna show a whole bunch of his key moments. Other key things on the statue is that he has tattoos of all his kids' name on it. He has all his milestones on there also, and he also has basically the QR code of the triangle defense. So basically, what they used to run. And the triangle offense, what they used to run with Phil Jackson.
You almost said Pat Riley. They would have got you in the comments.
Didn't he work with the Lakers?
Yeah, that's what Magic Johnson.
Yeah, I would have been close enough. See, real Lakers know what's up.
Nah.
Look at that. Look at the statue. Once again, this is one of 3. He has the number 8 jersey. He has the number 24 jersey for them to come out.
And his wife said that if you don't like that the 8 statue, then tough shit, because Kobe picked it himself. He said for his 8 statue, he wanted his finger holding up when he scored at 81.
Yeah, so with the next one, I don't know what it's going to be with the 24 jersey. It's going to be with him being the Celtics, because he did say that was one of his best games that he ever had, and it was against the Celtics. Or would it be his last final game where, I don't know if he played the Magic.
Scored 60 against the Jazz and Gordon Hayward.
Yep, and here goes, here's moments, here's stats of Kobe. the Mamba, what Mamba is, what Mamba mentality is. I mean,
Black Mamba.
It was just amazing. I mean, Kobe Bryant is one of the GOATs. To me, I say he number one because I didn't watch Michael Jordan.
Number one all time?
Yeah, number one, the one of what I want to count with what I watch.
Is he your favorite, or do you truly believe he's number one all time?
No, it's my favorite. Kobe Bryant's my favorite. I've always been a Laker fan. I've been a Laker fan since day one when it was Kobe and Shaq. And even when it was Kobe and Nick Young, I was still a Laker fan, even though
those are some funny times.
Horrible
the Swaggy
times.
P times.
The horrible.
It was even funnier is when Jeremy Lin waved off Kobe and said, "I'm shooting the shot."
Oh Lord!
Because remember the Lakers?
Oh, the insanity.
The Lakers gave Jeremy Lin a bunch of money after he had Linsanity in New York.
That was a horrible. I mean, I know Kobe was mad about that. I know.
But shout out Kobe, man. He's gonna be truly missed, and he's gonna have 2 more statues. One of them is gonna be for 24, and I believe the other one's gonna be
him and his girl,
him and his daughter. And so Gianna.
Mm-hmm. Gigi.
Yeah, Gigi, and so that'll be very heart touching and sad at the same point. I do wonder what is going to be the statue for the 24. He also had so many moments. I think it'll be him probably doing a fadeaway. He was less athletic, not doing as many circus shots and circus dunks when he took 24, but he really honed in his mid-range game. Like Michael Jordan, he could do it before, but I mean that really became his specialty was his mid-range game when he switched to 24, and he was hitting a whole bunch of fadeaways like Mike. So I wonder if that will maybe be his selection. He did have some, poster dunks in both jerseys. Even when he was older, he would surprise you. I remember one time when I thought Kobe was, old. And, not dunking like that anymore, that he actually attacked the Brooklyn Nets when they first started. And I think he dunked on Kim Kardashian's old boo, Chris Humphries and Gerald Wallace at the same time. And there might have even been one more player in the frame. But, yeah, that was truly epic. Kobe had a long, historic career. I honestly, to me, when you talk about him, and LeBron James, I know LeBron had some, has a lot of records because of his longevity, and he came straight out of high school. I mean, Kobe did as well. Jordan didn't. He played college for 3 years. But, I still got Kobe above, LeBron in my book, because it's the one thing, at the end of games, you're never wondering, is Kobe going to have the guts or the gusto to hit the shot or to take the game over and truly, have that mentality like Jordan did. Jordan's mentality was, he's like the Black Panther. And if you know that, the Jordan 13s at the bottom of the sole is made to resemble that of a panther claw. That's what that's what Jordan had. He had that Black Panther mentality. And then Kobe came out, and had the Black Mamba mentality and really put his stamp on the game, which is very similar to, Jordan's stamp. And I just never saw that from LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is an all-time great player. No, I was saying that I have Kobe below Michael, but above LeBron.
Of course.
I was saying because, LeBron may be great for, 45 minutes of a game, but if you need someone to close the game 99 out of 100 times or shoot 100 out of 100 times,
you calling Tim Duncan?
I'm calling Kobe being Bryant to hit the clutch shot more than I'm calling on LeBron, because LeBron – oftentimes he doesn't want to shoot that shot because he doesn't want to get fouled because LeBron's a bad free throw shooter. He's below average for a superstar for sure. His whole career, so he doesn't even trust himself at the free throw line. So a lot of time he's looking to pass to teammates, and LeBron a lot of times makes the correct basketball pass, I guess you could say, if someone's cheating over and he gets the ball to a wide open guy. But it's like, you shouldn't have a role player shooting the shot for a game winner. You need to have the balls to take that shot yourself. And Kobe always had the balls, and he actually got fined for doing the big ball dance. Whenever he would hit some big shots, sometimes he would do the dance acting like he had giant balls, which was hilarious. So shout out Kobe. You'll always be Baby Mike, the closest thing to Michael Jordan that ever lived. And, no one thought that anyone would get close, but you were dang near his shadow.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically, but comment down below how you feel about the whole Kobe Bryant situation and LeBron James not showing up for the ceremony. Are people just making big deals out of nothing? Or
he better show up for at least one of them. If he doesn't show up because they're doing 3 statues, if he doesn't make it for any of them, then that's like, all right, something's going on here.
True. I mean, people are already talking about LeBron James needs to leave anyway. They're trying to beat the Lakers because they wanted a lot more than just a bubble championship. They wanted 3-4 rings, but we'll talk about that later. It's time to get the boxing. Man, this is a fight that people, not been waiting for, but people want to see. We got Ryan Garcia. We got Devin Haney, April 20th, Las Vegas. It looks like they're going to be fighting at 140. Now, it looks like here they met up in Las Vegas. They ran across each other. They had a little altercation. We're going to show you the video and give y'all our little 2 cents.
Just so you know, a lot of people I saw in the comment section, it's like they argue like middle schoolers.
They argue. But, they've been fighting so long ago since the kids.
Like built up. Yeah. I didn't know that they fought each other that much as amateurs and that they split at 3-3. And, supposedly Garcia's going into the fight with none of those crazy clauses that he had with Davis.
Yep.
And so that he'll be at full strength. And with him going 3-3 already against this guy, it's going to be a toss-up. And I still think it's weird that, he had hurt his rib in training camp. And he said that Floyd Mayweather paid like $100K to someone in his camp to get inside information and to tell him, if he gets injured, tell me where he's injured. So he was saying that he only won because Floyd bought that information and that guy punched him right in his injured spot. But put in the comments below, do you think that's a cop-out or do you think it's the truth? Let us know what you think. If you're watching this on TFTC Clips, we do a longer show on Tales from the Crib, a full podcast, so check that out for all other topics. But let's jump into this clip we got.
Okay.
That was whack. You soft, bro. You soft.
I've never been soft.
Soft.
I've never been soft.
We seen that video when Tank beat
Sharpe.
your ass. Floyd showed me. He had your ass.
Ooh.
I beat the shit out of Tank.
Oh, stop. I seen the video. Remember that?
Bambi legs. Yeah, Bambi
I seen the
legs.
video. You ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit. You look like a ghost right now, bro.
420, we will be smoking on Bill Haney Pack.
Are you crazy?
Are you crazy? You are so soft. I can see
We'll see.
your breath is just. I can hear you.
We'll see.
You're not like that, bro.
You're not like that. You're not like that.
The fear is
You're not
getting
like
to you.
that.
The fear is getting to you.
The
The fear is getting to you. The fear is getting to you. The fear is getting to you. I told you you're gonna feel some fear, right? Didn't I tell you that? Didn't I tell you you're gonna feel some fear you ain't felt? Don't you get
Ooh.
As long as I'm clear, I'm straight. Remember that.
Yes, I'm about to run. Turn your back.
Don't play that friendly shit.
You don't play friend over here, my nigga.
I know you're trying to look like guard. You guys don't notice that.
Ooh, Ryan Garcia.
You got some words for Devin Haney.
Exactly. 420, we smoking that Bill Haney Pack. So, hey, with this whole situation, like my co-host said.
Is Devin his middle name?
I think it's. Comment down below if that's his dad's name. But
that'd be super disrespectful if he says he's gonna smoke his dad.
His dad is his manager.
That'd be funny.
And he the reason why he do a lot of things that he do that, and he trying to be like Floyd. But like my co-host said, there's a bunch of clauses, a bunch of things that's not happening in this boxing match that's gonna make this completely different than the Gervonta Davis fight. There's no rehydration clause. There's no catch weight. Nobody ducking anymore. The world championship is on the line. No spies in the camp. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia is a legit and competitive world championship match now. With this fight, it can go either way. They fought this many times. They split.
They're literally 50%. So that's something that Vegas will like. I wonder, do you think that Davis has Haney favored because Garcia lost his last fight?
Yeah, I think that's the only reason. And I feel like the only reason why this is going to be an okay fight, because I don't think Devin Haney can sell. He's an amazing boxer, but I don't think he can sell tickets like Gervonta Davis sell tickets. And that's just the main problem with him. You can be a great boxer, but if you can't sell tickets, if you can't do the social media part.
Even though Haney won his last fight, it was a pretty disappointing fight. I remember that we watched.
Pagos.
Yeah, that we watched that, and it looks like he did just enough not to lose. Because usually, if it's like a split decision, they usually give it to the champion. If it's like a title bout, and he literally did the bare minimum amount to win that
Basically.
match. I think he won by points, and it was a split decision. So Devin's got a lot to prove. Ryan's got a lot to prove. He's got to prove that he didn't really get beat like that, and that it was a fluke, and that he had a mole in the camp that told him about a pre-existing injury. So we're going to see if that's all true, or is that a cover-up for him losing. They definitely did have a bunch of things on the fight, and so that may be an excuse for him to lose, but you don't want to have to do that.
Trey, you don't want to you don't want to make those excuses, but I can't wait to see this fight. I need to comment down below who y'all got. Y'all got Haney, y'all got Ryan.
It's funny because it's almost like a 7-game series in basketball. They're at 3-3,
basically,
and then they're playing a championship fight for the title. That's almost like a Game 7.
True, and then if Devin Haney loses this, will Floyd Mayweather start treating him like Adrian Broner?
Basically.
Do you think so?
He's gonna be like, I'm getting cooked out here.
Oh, horrible. Yeah, let me know about that. But anything else you have to say about this topic?
Nope. Let us know if you're a super boxing fan or MMA fan down below. We are casuals. We're not super duper fans of MMA or boxing, but we're getting more and more into it, and we do enjoy catching occasional pay-per-views. So let us know who you got down below and what fights we should look out for, either MMA or boxing. And it don't matter if it's the guy fights or the girl fights, because sometimes the girls be getting after it even more than the guys. As far as like the brutal injuries, if you know what we're talking about. But put it down in the comments below who your favorite fighter is and what fights for us to check out below. Excuse me.
Exactly. You already know, man. Y'all need to check out that TFTC music mix number 4. 326 songs. It's time to make a new one.
Yeah, I've been meaning to make a new one, but I haven't done it yet. So, but music mix number 5 is going to be coming because we already got more videos on here than we're supposed to. So we'll get that music mix number 5 going, and check out all your hype gym music playlists if you go to playlists on the tab section.
Hey, you already know what's going on, man. It's new music of the week. New music Mondays, Tuesdays. You got Cooler versus Goku. Is that Super Saiyan 1 Goku or 2?
Yep.
Super
You
Saiyan,
got it right.
Super Saiyan 1 Goku. I mean, you already know how that situation went. But coming on the music of the week, we got that new Kanye West, that new Usher baby that came out. It's decent.
Was that a song or an album?
An album. He's trying to keep up with the new people on that one. That Made in T.O. that he going a whole different route. I don't know.
He's actually pretty good. I listened to him back in the day.
He's not doing the same thing.
And he had some pretty good songs. So I clicked this album to add to my library, but I haven't listened to it at all yet. So I still got to see if that's good.
That 5-year foreign Pain and Love 2. I was gonna add that as my music pick of the week because it was actually really good. That Baby Drill, Score God, fire. That was gonna be my pick. Let's see here. You know you had that Lotto song, Sunday Service.
That dropped on Friday.
That dropped. You never let me go.
One job.
But you got one job. But moving on to my pick of the week. I had to pick that Kanye, that Vulture, that Kanye West featuring Ty Dolla $igns. Whole bunch of people on the album. Freddie Gibbs, Quavo, his daughter, India Love.
He got India Love.
Mm-hmm.
She making music.
Nah, she did one of the choruses.
Oh, I thought she just did squats in the mirror.
Pause. Playboy Cardi, Travis Scott, Lil Durk with Bum J. Man, if you don't know Bum J, he a legend in Chicago. Richard Kidd, Playboy Cardi,
Quavo, YG, Travis Scott.
It's a bunch of people. With this whole album, I want to say I only skipped.
And shout out Chief Keef in the album.
True. I want to say I only skipped like 3 songs on this whole album, and that's pushing it. Maybe 1.
I listened to it so far. It's pretty decent. Like I said earlier in the show, I'm not the hugest Kanye West fan, so I'm usually pretty harsh on him. And for me to say I like a handful of songs on here, that means it's truly good, because I'm pretty hard on him.
True. All right, comment down below if you heard the new Kanye West album. Do you like it? And moving on here.
Oh, and what's the best Kanye album? Was it Yeezus? Was it something else?
Was it Graduation, Yeezus, 808s and Heartbreaks, Graduation, Late Registration?
I would say Yeezus or 808s and Heartbreaks. Ghost. I actually liked it. Those are probably my 2 favorites.
I can hold my liquor, but these bitches can't handle me.
Speaking of can't handle me, you can't handle my music pick of the week.
That is a hard cover.
We got Baby Drill, Score God, and he's running up the score in the streets, sitting on the scoreboard. This is a fire mixtape.
With AK-47
If you're into Atlanta trap or Chicago drill, this is going to be right up your alley. So if you're in some hype music that gets you jumping, if you got a subsystem in your car and you want to get it bumping, listen to Baby Drill's Score God, because he's going to get you going.
Hey, but you already know what I'm going to say, man. It's coming to the end of the show. I need you to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also, follow me on X, man. I got a new thing I'm doing. I'm dropping a whole bunch of content. I'm getting a whole bunch of retweets. So follow me, Felix Supreme 305. Also follow my co-host.
Follow me at Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, at Papa O'Block. You can see me tweet like twice a month and interact with me there. If you interact with me on there, I'll probably see your message. We get so many comments on all of our channels, especially Crib Reactions. We get like 1 million comments every day. Sometimes it's hard to keep up. But if you want to get in contact with me, probably Instagram or on Twitter at either one of us, and we'll probably see that one right away.
Facts. Or, you can always hit us on TikTok. I'm going to respond to you on TikTok. It's Tales from the Crib 210 on IG. TikTok is Tales from the Crib. Make sure y'all follow us, like everything we dropping. Make sure y'all comment. Thank y'all for the views. I think we almost had 300-400 on a TikTok page, which is amazing.
Yeah, get all of our social medias booming. Tales from the Crib QR code, TikTok QR code, Crib Reactions. Get us to 9K there. If you're super into reactions and super into music, we also have a Patreon over there on Crib Reactions, so make sure you check that out. But, I mean, man, it's pretty much the end of the show. Let me get some outro music going for y'all, and we'll get the F out of here. All right.
Hey, but you already know where you at, man. It's episode 143. This Tales from the Crib, hottest podcast out, man. We dropping the tea. We giving y'all the knowledge, man. We know everything, man. Comment down below. We got you, man. Monique, we got your back. Open Winfrey from doing you like that again, man. Taylor Swift, man. Beyonce won't touch your hair on your golden hair, chinny chin chin. We love you. But hey, man, it's your boy Jesse J, Felix Supreme 305 with my co-host
Chico Grande, Chico 2-time Shooter McGavin, baby, and it's time to make some noodles. Pow. We'll see y'all next week.